And then we gotta caution ourselves too, bro.
Yes, sir.
Based in our relationship off other people. You know, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, we get to comparing and like you say, peer pressure. It never stops. Even when we get grown. That's like keeping up with the Joneses. So, you know, we go around and we see what such and such guy and come back feeling some type of way. Well, why I ain't got no ring like this? Why I ain't got that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then this stuff get into our head and our psyche. You know, so we gotta be conscious. You know, and I brought this up before about like it's a lot of, and we talking about balance, bro. You got some people out here just pandering to women, trying to sell books and stuff like that, but they're not showing balance. I seen this brother on the podcast. Every time he talks, it's all about the woman. But what about the man? Now, I don't really need to just talk about the man because you can't even actually talk about the man without talking about the woman. You're talking about the woman without talking about the man. So we got to caution ourselves and go get back to balance, bro, because, you know, all this one-sidedness, you know, all you're doing is feeding it. And like you saying, Shelton, we're using these platforms and we talk about all these problems. But a lot of times, I don't see no solutions being presented. Where's a healthy solution and resolutions at? So, you know, this ain't no one-way street, bro. And then we got to think about the children as well. You know, so I just want to say that, man, and I see a lot of that pandering, you know, just pandering and feeding this already, this I'm mad at them anyway. Yeah, tell them, brother. You know what I mean? That's right. You know, men need to listen. Some of y'all mad. I'm telling you, bro. I see this certain podcast. This brother do that.
Yeah.
He always talking down on the brothers, and this is why, you know, and it's pandering, just like Steve Harvey. Think like a man, you know, act like a woman. Can't think like no man. That's impossible, bro. And then who are you to even be saying something like that anyway? Because you done messed up a lot. So we don't even want to use you, and you trying to sell some books. You know what I mean? Yeah, so women gotta be conscious of this stuff too. You know, it's a two-way street. So that's what I want to say, bro.
Man, it's a deep, bro. We are getting up in there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I want to speak, man, from the perspective for the African Americans too, man, because you know, we've heard it 1,000 times, right? That it takes a village to raise a child. Now, I'm saying that to say that. So, with that being, man, you have the community when relationships or marriages, right? That's when the community is supposed to be involved. They supporting that union. See, when everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, you're gonna get what you're supposed to get out of it. And the reason in black communities, man, marriages and stuff, the relationships is failing because when you think about it, man, you know, you got those that's married, you got all these people, they witnesses. They're gonna be witnesses to this union. You know what I mean? And some of them are even in the same situation. Are married, you know what I mean, or in a relationship. But when they leave that ceremony, some of them got outside line of that's outside of what they already got going. And these people know this. You see what I'm saying? Right. So everything is being contaminated. Everything is being contaminated. So what's happening with black communities, bro, we like are isolated. We isolated. And being isolated the way we are, it's hard to produce that because everything around you is doing the same thing. You know what I mean? You got this brother and sister, they get married, right? And they got the best man and the groom. But then these two people are married, but they messing around. And this is in the communities that these people are residing in. Like everything is contaminated. And this is when that idea of, well, I'm gonna be better than this person, like what Brandon just said. Then we go to keeping up with the Joneses. Because we're not expanding. We're not doing what we're supposed to do as a unit, and it's affecting everything. Like, you know, and it's sad that, like Brandon said, you got people spending $10,000-$15,000 on marriages, bro. That ain't even lasting a year. You know what I mean? Right. When we already know we're in a financial situation, why do we have to spend that much money for us to do what we say we gotta do? We don't have to do that because it don't have anything to do with that.
I think some of the numbers, they may not be current numbers, but some of the numbers I was reading about, they say like over 80% of the divorces are filed by the lady, by the woman, in the marriage, you know, by the wife, you know, in the situation. Right. So I look at those, and when I read that, man, I was like, wow, man, we messing up. as dudes, man. We drive me seriously though. We because I think sometimes, man, I can admit this myself. Sometimes I can become so rigid, in my way of thinking and my way of doing things. Sometimes you tend to forget about others' feeling and all that because what about mine? What about my feeling? So I think sometimes as men we become so locked into that where we don't see them for who they are. For what they are. You feel me? And I'm not knocking nobody. Again, I ain't pointing no fingers. When I point, I got three back at me. So this ain't no condemnation. This is education. We gonna all learn it. We gonna all get it. But I feel though that sometimes we become that that just that rigid and that hardness, right? To where we won't change, and then we end up running off, those people because, the marriage grows and evolves, and as people get older and things get different, as we say, as you don't communicate as much, then it starts deteriorating, and it just starts eroding. And then because we men, I don't care. I ain't gonna show my feeling. I ain't showing that I care, and then you end up losing. Because when women start, R. Kelly wrote a song about it. When they say when a woman's fed up, there's nothing you can do about it. Right. So because they go through levels of, okay, I'm going through this, then I'm going on this level, then I'm going on this level. And so when they get to that other level, that bottom level of just, disgust or or whatever it is, I'm done. I'm done, dude. Because then now what we do as men, we become reactionary. Right. Oh, I like flowers. Oh, shoot, she like flowers. Let me go order some flowers for about a week or so. And then we right back to the same old. And so then that goes on for years. And then eventually, again, they're on that level. And now they're frustrated. So I'm speaking to the brothers, man, to the kings out here, though, man. We got to be able to, show them, what time it is on a regular basis. Did not listen to their mouth, listen to their heart. Listen to their heart, right? You feel me? Listen to their heart, and then go from there with that. And this ain't no putting down nobody, man. We all gonna lift one another up and hold each other accountable again for the kingdom and for the community. And that's what it's about. Because every other nationality we looking at basically envious how other races always tend to get together and stick together and have that sense of community on a regular basis, no matter what city you're in. We have to start adapting more of that. We have to start putting it into play. We have to start doing that.
And again, this coming from slavery. We got to go back to the root of this stuff too, because a lot of us, we was talking earlier about, the dynamic. Like when I grew up, most of us, if you got to really think about it. Most black males grow up in a single parent household, and the mother is usually the one that's, the custodian. So you might see a boyfriend, but marriage is not really stressed. A lot. So really, in all honesty, we want marriage later on in life, but we really never had a module. No, we feeling our way through this. You know what I mean? And you want to break the cycle, like myself. I can speak for myself. When I got out of prison, I wanted to get married, and I got married. And it didn't work. In a lot of ways, I learned from that. Trial and error, but in reality, you got to think about it. It's not an excuse, but we got to be the reality. I never really had a module. You know what I mean? Seeing somebody married. You know what I mean? I was gone all of them years. So a lot of times we get caught up in this fantasy we romanticize. So a sister got to ask herself, why does she really want that ring? Why do you really want that ring? Do you want it because of pressure from society? They're telling you, what's wrong with you, why you ain't married. Why do you really want the ring? And the brother got to honestly ask himself a question, are you really ready for this? Because it's a known fact that girls, even when we was young, bro, girls mature faster than boys. We already know this, bro. And women mature, even when we played house when we was children. You know what I mean? We trying to race some cars, they trying to play house. So look at the psyche of the girl even back then. Yeah. So they always more mature. We playing in class mostly. You didn't see it. Well, now stuff changed, but we saying how's the root of it. So we didn't really have that help. So if I'm coming up in a single parent household, a lot of us don't see no man steady in now. We don't even know what it means to be a man. Right. So you feeling your way through this. So a lot of brothers, they already proven that most men mature at 30-something, bro.
Right.
So think about that. By that time, you already had some kids. We talking about the black experience, right? By that time, you already had kids. You're going through these ringers, and you don't know why you keep going through these same things. Because you're not even mentally, you're not there.
Right,
so
right.
Why are we getting married? We should get married, right? Oh, like that movie say, why did I get married? Right. You got to ask yourself that question, and then what are you going to do to try to sustain it? Because marriage is work, bro. Marriage is work. Mostly marriage is work, bro. You know what I mean?
It is. And I want to say, man, cause before I lose my train of thought on it, Brandon, because I know you can feel me. It's that how many times have we heard men, now, we have to be mindful of this. All I do is go to work and go home, right?
Right.
Okay, that's good in the aspect, right? But you and your wife are having kids. Well, all you're going to do is go to work and go home, right?
Right. Right.
Your kids that you having, whether they boys or they girls, 9 times out of 10, they boyfriends and girlfriends going to be what? Right up the street?
Right.
So they're saying to say, bro, when they say to take a village to raise children, right? And the community get involved, they're supposed to support these unions. You can see how when we are not out here doing all of it, right? We just can't go to work and go home. You got to be involved. You got to be involved. You got to do something outside of just going to work and go home. That's gonna get bored. She's gonna get tired of looking at you, and you're gonna get tired of looking at her. But if you out here, you out here actually doing something, bro, and you doing something, and you making changes around you, you building at the same time. You sustaining your relationship and your marriage, because ain't nobody gonna let go of anything that they know that's beneficial. And if both of you benefiting, both of y'all benefiting each other. Both of y'all support y'all kids. But you got to think, I think when we think about if all we doing is going to work and go home, what about these kids and on the corner? Who's going to guide them?
Yep.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is why everybody got to be involved. And this is why so many of us, we end up lost. We end up lost like that because, like Brenda just said, we never see a model of what that marriage life is about, right? So when we do get older, we trying to filter our way through it. And we just going to do what we what's supposed to do. That's it. They're going to tell you, go to work and go home. That's how you stay out of trouble. When you go to bed, somebody, all I'm going to do is go to work and go home. Then that block don't stay like it is. Somebody got to be out there trying to guide them and give them something. So this is how, this is that action that goes with it. And it goes back to Brandon. I remember you said a while back, you and Shelton said that, you know, when you start getting bored, you just start looking at each other. Man, that's misery. Right? That's misery. Don't nobody want that. That's misery. That's right. That's not happiness. Ain't nobody finna sit there and just look and stare at somebody and just end up going to where they can't stand them. And it's only because you just going to work and going home. You got to do more. And then we give up. So you 400 years behind. So you ain't got no off days. And no breaks. Hey, man, we can't even afford, listen to this, bro. We can't even afford to be tripping with each other like this, especially with the state of everything going on, bro. We can't even afford that to be. And I ain't talking about no money wise. Should we get off this independent stuff, bro? We codependent on each other, bro. And I ain't talking about money, like the sister said on that video. She said, "Well, when has money had anything to do with wanting a spouse? That ain't got nothing to do with it. So we can't be deceived and tricked that we don't need each other. We still need each other, brother, and more so than now.
But see,
you know what I mean?
That's the trick that worked, though, brother. That's the reason why, man. You got to think about it, man. Think about it. I know we all based. We kind of going around a little bit, man. But think about it, though, man. That right, what you just said was set in place long time ago, man. And it works, you know what I mean, though, because the biggest threat is the miscommunication, misunderstanding, lack of unity, lack of commitment. Like I said, division amongst division, sets amongst sets. You know, you got to choose amongst this, choose amongst that, divide and conquer, man. And it's work. It's work. And like I said, that was set in place for so long ago, man. That's why it's so imperative. It is imperative, man, that we get beyond that, man, and see through that and see through those tactics, man, and really, like you said, be our brother's keeper, be our sister's keeper, because you see the necessity is there, and they're begging for attention. These things are begging for attention. I mean, so we have to be able to raise up people and be the leader amongst the people that we're around, and not just raise up leaders. And that was the problem, and that's the issues. Raise up leaders, raise up more than one. that can do some things to them, because everybody can contribute to this thing, because there's mass problems out here, right? So we're gonna need mass solutions.
Right. Yeah. And you're right, bro. Like you said, and like I say, man.